Welcome, everyone, to Archangels Live. I'm your host, Tom. Thank you for tuning us in. Today, I will be talking about the polar bear. What a beautiful, beautiful mammal. Always start off with Archangel Michael, prayer of supreme divine protection. Michael, come with your sword of light, your suit of armor, and with your countless legions of angels to light, to guard, to rule, to guide, to protect, and defend us now and always. Come, Divine Master of supreme divine protection. Strike away any negative or dark energy from us at all times. Strike away all times needed, all energy that belongs to others, that will no longer affect us in any way. We do not accept in any way energy from others unless it is loving and in the highest vibration. Envelop us with the divine wings, Michael. Wrap them completely around us. Enclose us in your protective energy always, at every moment of each day and each night, 24/7. We ask these things as we do all things in God's name. Amen. Meditations with Native American elders. There is one God looking down on all of us. We are children of the one God. God is listening to me. The sun, the darkness, the winds are all listening to what we now say. This is a quote from Geronimo. The old ones before us knew things. Many of them were so spiritual that the Creator told them things through visions, ceremonies, and prayer. The Creator taught them about interconnectedness, balance, and respect. The old ones experienced these things and told us we are all children of the same God. We all live under the same natural laws. Every human, every animal, every plant, every insect, every bird, we're all the same in the eyes of God. Once again, today we're talking about the polar bear. And before I begin, those that are familiar with the Earth Energy Medicine Wheel, the north is white, and that's the home of the white buffalo, the polar bear, and the snowy owl. In the north, on the Earth Energy Medicine Wheel, represents spiritual strength and spiritual wisdom. You would go to the north when you wish to connect with your ancestors, your guides, ascended masters. You would pray in the north. Here's another nice picture of a polar bear. Key word is ancestors. This is from the polar bear is considered to be a marine mammal. Excuse me. And weighs up to 700 kilograms. They have a distinctive thick coat that in fact is not white at all. Their skin is black and the hairs are hollow. Beautifully adapted for frigid conditions, polar bears have a thick body with thick layers of fat underneath and comparatively short legs, small ears, and tail to minimize heat loss. Their feet are outsized and padded so they can travel over soft snow and ice over great distances. The skin on the feet pads have papillae, like the roughness of a cat's tongue, to help with traction on slippery ice and shifting snow. The huge size of the paws and webbing between the toes assists with ocean swimming. Most bears live solitary lives. Although they come together for mating, recent research indicates that some male bears have regular friendships with other bears. They show no aggression towards each other and have been observed playing and sleeping together. Unfortunately, the polar bear has become a symbol of the increase of global warming. As the ice caps melt and recede, the bears have less ice to feed from and have to swim great distances to find pack ice and food. Consequently, many are drowning or starving. So, as a result of global warming, the polar bears do not have as much ice, so they have to swim, and sometimes they will drown because they have to swim so far to find food. So, please, in your prayers, add polar bears. Once again, as I mentioned before, the animals choose me. This is a message from the polar bear. The world in which I live is changing fast. It is no longer as safe and as reliable as it once was. The signs of this unstoppable change are all around me. But despite this, I must have faith. I must trust there is a larger plan that I cannot see. I must believe that I am playing the part I was created to play. In this moment, at this exact point in time, it doesn't need to make intellectual sense. I just need to believe, as my ancestors did before me. I have faith that I am being who I was always meant to be, doing what I was destined to do in the right place, in the right time. And so should you too. Faith itself is an interesting concept. We tend to link faith to religion when really faith and religion do not need one another to exist. Faith was part of the physical experience long before religion was created. The polar bear is seen as one who keeps ancestral knowledge and traditions safe and sound, a mediator between the ancestors and ourselves. Once again, as I mentioned, in the north, on the earth energy medicine wheel, where you will go to connect with the spirits, the ancestors, etc. The polar bear looks up to the sky as a reminder of all that is, was, and is on its way, and acknowledges his role as a keeper and mediator in an ever changing world. This is the story from the Inuit. Nanook, which means polar bear, of the Inuit nation, was the king of the white bears. He held the rules and the taboos of humans relationship with the bears. As with humans, bears stand on their hind legs and walk, play with their cubs, and hunt and navigate through the ice. So perhaps the ancestors of those who have passed live on within the bears. Hunters looked to Nanook for guidance and honored him because they believed that the great bear king's power was to observe which hunters deserve success. If Nanook saw that a hunted polar bear was killed quickly and honorably by the hunter in fairness and treated well in death, then the spirit of that bear would tell Nanook and other living bears that this man was a fair man, and if it was their time, they would be willing to be killed by him. As bears could indeed be human ancestors reincarnated and transformed, gifts were offered to the bear after death, and no waste of the precious gift of the bear's life would be tolerated. Every part of the bear would be used as well: the skin for clothing and coverings, the meat for nourishment, and the bones for structures and for sled dogs. The skin and fur held special significance and will be displayed in a sacred area of the habitat and giving offerings suitable to whether it was a male or female. Songs would be sung of gratitude and of the bear's great spirit. If Nanook heard that a bear was mistreated or dishonored by a hunter, then this could mean death for the hunter. Death could come via mauling by a bear and killing in revenge, or through starvation from a lack of hunting success. Once again, the key word: if polar bear appears to you in any form, ancestors. You are the carrier of a bloodline that stretches back for millennia, yet you are uniquely your own self. Take the positive from your ancestry and observe and note the negative. Family dysfunction stops here. Honor those in your family who honor you. It is a positive and natural action to individuate from our family on our own terms. Water is life. And I'll be closing with taking from Diana Cooper. Once again, the beauty of a polar bear. Prayers for the polar bear as they are becoming endangered. The polar bear's habitat in the snow-covered wilderness without vegetation dictates that they are mostly carnivorous. And despite this, they maintain a high degree of purity and divine connection. Their pure white color indicates that they are highly evolved and are preparing for ascension at the end of the current lifetime. Polar bears are very connected to the diamond white light of Archangel Gabriel, as are most animals who live in the snow. Archangel Gabriel pours light into the crown chakras and enables them to hold their link to their higher selves and also bring through the ninth dimensional frequencies of the Christ light. They are very affected by the great portal in the Arctic that radiates pure white Christ energy. Because of their symbolic relationship with water, they also work with Archangel Jules, the angel of the oceans. They bring their high frequency light into the waters of the Arctic and do their part to hold the energy high here while he bathes them in the cosmic love held within the waters. Excuse me. When you think about, see, or meditate on a polar bear, you connect to Archangel Gabriel and his diamond white flame. Through this, he is able to link you to the seraphim Seraphina and her intergalactic schools where beings from all over the universes come to train to become intergalactic masters. Completely unconsciously, the polar bears are doing mighty cosmic service work and helping your ascension and the ascension of the planet. A lot of information about the polar bears. A beautiful, beautiful mammal. Please connect to our website, archangelsgoldenlighthealing.com. Thank you for tuning in. It's always a pleasure, and happy trails till we meet again, and we will.